South Africa, South Africa. Die blauw van onze hemel, uit die diepte van ons ziel, wordt ons eeuwige gebed is wat de grootste antwoord geeft. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa, our land.
Welcome here to Cape Town, where we have the World Masters Tournament for hockey. The current game we broadcasting is the ladies' game. It's South Africa against Argentina in the over 45 age group. Day 4 of this tournament, so there's been lots of hockey being played. Both teams squaring up here, both playing their third game of the tournament. It's a pool format where the teams are in the same pool at the moment. South Africa having some tough games at the beginning of this tournament. Playing 2 matches so far, and unfortunately haven't registered a win yet. They played against the mighty Germany in the first game and lost 2-0. And then played the mighty Netherlands in the next game and lost 4-0. So they still looking to open their accounts. Argentina, on the other hand, played against the Netherlands and drew 1-1. And then played against England and drew 2-2. So they pulled 2 draws out the bag. Going to be a totally contested affair. It is a home game for South Africa. This game being played in Cape Town at Western Province Cricket Club. It's a sports stadium in Cape Town with a beautiful view of Cape Town. Lovely weather today. A little bit cool by South African standards, but and Argentinian standards, but being in the low 20s, this game an evening game, perfect conditions to play hockey. South Africa now trying to hold the ball. Argentina famous for their running hockey, so they'll be looking to counter wherever possible. As we look forward to bringing you an exciting game with lots of crowd participation in the sides. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear lots of noise from both fan clubs. All the South Africans coming down to see what's going on. And, of course, Argentinian supporters coming from their men's team and ladies' teams, other teams that are playing in the tournament. We're going to play with them as well. So look forward to this exciting event as Argentina and I get to play the ball high in the field. South Africa playing in their white strip with green frocks, and Argentina in the dark blue. Ball be moved across now, and the big delivery coming. Bouncing ball, which is always difficult to deal with on the sideline there. Argentina just setting up a lot of players on the middle of the field, trying to force the ball down the middle, not moving the ball wide. Umpires blowing both ways, but the closest umpire saying that the ball was dangerous. It's given South Africa the blow, and they get a chance now to come out the back and play this ball game forward. South Africa just holding on a little bit longer. And a big tackle coming in there. Unfortunate collision. Nice early in the game, so players, but now we've got some space. Ball's been delivered forward. Got a bit of bobble on it. This ball's going to pop loose. It's a great chance here. And a tackle happened inside the circle, and we got not just a penalty corner being awarded to South Africa, but a card as well for a backhand tackle. Protesting happening, but the first short corner of the match going South Africa's way. A little counter-attack break as we had going there. And Argentina being awarded a green card, and South Africa a penalty corner and a chance to see if they can get the scoreboard rocking. Two castles lining up, one runner from the right and one covering the castle. Argentina busy making a substitution in the defensive corner setup. South Africa looking very early on in this game to just try and get the scoreboard ticking. It is their first short corner. As everybody set, the umpires making sure everybody's protected in the goals. It has taken a long time to get going. As we get the ball rolling, ball gets pushed through. A little bit of confusion about who's going to trap that. Ball slipped one left, back to the top, but unfortunately, the shot going straight into the Argentinian defender, who then gets her foot collected as well as sooner when the stick collected her shoelaces, and unfortunately, South Africa got nothing from that short corner. Argentina pushing on the right-hand side. A little bit of stick interference there, and umpire saying this should not be on. Argentina gets to trough the ball now. They're going to move the ball right around the out. South Africa just blocking that channel. Charlton just making sure she's a nuisance and get in the way. Argentina seeing the channel block. They haven't made the full switch yet. They keep coming back down the middle. Nice big hit. That's a very good clean hit. South Africa going to be wary of that's caught from the back as they win the ball. Looking to go forward here. Sue Cowan on the ball. Just looking to outlet around the back. Should leave some pressure and set up the trough ball. Argentina happy to hold off and wait for the step. A nice clean strike going to the left and the ball down the line. Charlton on the ball trying to make the switch play happen, not finding it. We've got a run again on the left-hand side, the cutback. And no advantage given. The cutback happening, and it looked like there would be advantage there, but the umpire calling them back. Great ball to the middle of the field, and the delivery, a lot of stick interference, and the umpire not having any of that today. Not interested at all. That was Chili Walsh just getting the ball and trying to drive it forward, but a whole lot of stick clacking, and South Africa earning their second short corner. The first one was a bit of confusion about who was supposed to trap it. I think they've had a good debate about this and said what should happen. Yeah, two castles lined up. These normally go to the left castle on the first couple. Umpire ready, short corner team ready, and the ball comes out. Nice trap. Get the drag flick going, goal line. It does get misstopped. The ball pops loose. Just not being able to control it. Good first drag on the deck. And unfortunately, nothing can come from that. This is where Argentina are dangerous, though. You don't want them to run at you with lots of space in hand. It's a characteristic of their players. They take the ball down the left-hand side. We've got Palazzo just running with the ball as far as she can. Palazzo just all the way to the corner flag there, which is going to run into a little bit of trouble. And now we've got free outside the side there. South Africa now get to play the ball deep out of their own half. This is a long way to go, but teams practices. The RGs doing the cut. Person centre forward staying in the middle of the field trying to make sure that South Africa can't switch it. and doing a good job because they've won the ball inside the South African half on the sideline. And now driving on the left-hand side. Rossetto just trying to get around the South African defense, but not being successful. Looks like the baseline winning that option as South Africa now gets a reset. Set up the trough ball as the ball starts moving out wide. Just need to move the ball nice and fast and clean. You can't afford to hold on to the ball too long. Gives Argentina time to come in and put the press on. As they do right there, South Africa press right back in their corner. They're going to have to do work to get out here. And they do get a free hit. As again, South Africa trying to force themselves on the channel. They might need to just get out of the bar again. A little bit out. Sukan coming to fetch the ball. The drop pass. Jilly Walsh at the back. Just needs one more pass and they're out of here. If they can just keep control. The backhand pass coming out nice and neatly. Again, the ball needs to move quickly if you want to keep it away from Argentina. Scanning on the field, making the long slap, and unfortunately straight to the blocker on the line there, which wasn't what the script intended there. Argentina just playing through the midfield. Good arcing run there by Galvan, but only as far as the next tackler. Good defensive player, the double tackle. As Charlton fires us down the line. It is kept in field. But again, Argentina pushing down the channel, looking for runners going forward as the drive coming against the foot there to get the free hit. I think we'll see a lot in the beginning of this game. South Africa going to be tracking with the runners quite a lot. Aguero on the ball, just passing it back so that they can restart from the side. Again, pushing down that channel, not opening the play up. A short corner being given for a little bit of elbow. Couldn't see it from this distance, but looks like there was a clash of players there. A little bit bumpy as the RGs now get their first short corner of the match. We get to see what they get to deliver for us. Nice big crowd rolling in here. Evening match. South Africans with a home game, so they're going to be happy to play in front of their home crowd. Argentina stepping up here. Looks like the Captain Cod's going to be lining for a hitcher. Yes, it is. Nice big strike, but a fantastic save in goals. And a great rebound. Real good work being done in goals there. Des Hart. Nice clean save, clinical. They always look easy when the keeper's good and makes a clean save, but as we saw over there, a nice powerful strike. There was no doubt that had some power on it. And South Africa turn around, a nice through ball. This could be great if we could just collect it going forward. That overhead not handled by Argentina, and South Africa just guilty of overrunning it when the time came to pick it up. Ball popping loose here. Argentina just trying to get out of this by making the long ball. Play nice and sensible. You need to keep the ball away from the opposition and move it nice and big. Just keep them running as South Africa are chasing after the ball. Arriving a little late to the tackle, but late but effective. See a lot of players all in one half of the field. When I say one half of the field, one side of the field. Nobody on the open side of the field. On either team, you probably want the Aussies, RGs to open the game up and have somebody on the far side they can transfer the ball to. A lot of this game being played on one channel, which we know when the ball gets stuck in one channel, a lot of stick clacking happens, and which leads to umpires getting irate. Good turn from South Africa, just trying to get away, and the umpire saying the blockage run happened there. If they can take the quick free hit, that's going to irk the umpire. South Africa now having to transfer the ball. Again, Argentina, you'll see them shuffle very fast in this kind of game. South Africa going to have to find the gaps Jill Walsh finding the long ball to Charlton. He finds another long ball. This is what they need to do. Move the ball quickly. Good cutback. If they can just find a run into the circle. Double cutback happening. The drop pass. We're looking for the circle entry and just topping the ball, or the umpire's going to call for the first infringement. South Africa just squandering the chance to get into the goal area early there. You get the free hit, but it gives Argentina time to plow everybody back into their 22. South Africa now playing on the right-hand side, and a little bit of bobbly hit there, and Sue Khan won't be happy with herself with that one. As Argentina now set up in the back left-hand corner. South Africa wary of this and holding off slightly. Not getting too close to Koch. She's got a very clean strike on her. We saw from the short corner and some of her distribution that she can hit the ball out nice and cleanly. Rosetta just playing the ball on the foot there. Working it down the channel, and South Africa to be careful about treating 5 yards here. Umpire's going to get our rate, and I think there it is. Card coming up. Umpire not happy that the players did not retreat 5 yards. Looked like Baka from the side who got the card. Then Argentina get the ball open field. It's a bobbling ball in the circle and a smack at goal. Looks like it had a foot. The umpire didn't see it, but it was a nice clean hit there. Rosetta did hit it, and consulting with the other umpire, we can see from this side that the ball did actually careen into one of the South African players. And Argentina now being awarded their second short corner. And we saw from the first one, their captain, Jerry Codd, powerful strike on her. They're going to be wary of this coming in now. Argentina now got a short corner. The injection comes nice and clean. Good trap. Going for a bit of a shift to the right and a shot. And then the backhand shot come careering in there. That had pace and lift and everything on it. Just didn't have direction. The first shot striking South African foot, but the next one from Galvan coming in with pace. And a lot of argy-bargy again on over here. This first quarter been highly contested. As Jill Walsh will move the ball neatly around her player. Just got to be careful, she doesn't run too far with the ball. The game's still stuck at 0-0 as both teams are eyeing each other out. Lots of running happening. There's a really good ball around the outside. If they can just get the delivery across, nice clean cross as well. That was really good hockey. South Africa playing in the circle, but getting it away. And the net effect, a good ball down the field. Can they find the space? They're outnumbered. It's only 2v4, but pushing for the foot. Good work being done there by Conroy. Just finding the foot. South Africa now go for the over. This is going to be blown as dangerous. Umpires don't like them being thrown overs like that. Bonnart's just guilty of throwing the overhead. As Argentina get to reset, and there we have Codd with that huge hit. She's been hitting them so cleanly this whole game, both in short corners and up the back. South Africa going to have to be wary. Of getting too far up on the field on that one. Argentina now trying to find their way to the right-hand side. It was blocked there. A little bit of a stick block from South Africa, but some good tacklers. They're in the circle, and the umpire, I think, after a couple of noises like that, eventually is going to award the short corner as Argentina get their third short corner of the game. Another chance to have a go at South Africa. First short corner was a nice clean strike. Second one was a drift and strike, which was defended by South Africa. And so now we see what they're going to be coming up as the fans start getting behind this. RG's third short corner of the match, and so the pitch a little bit dry. You'll see the injector water in the field with a bit of water behind it, just to make sure that the stick can slide smoothly on the turf as the injection comes across. A trap by Cod and a good hit. She really has got a weapon on her to hit this thing. And that brings us to the end of the quarter. This game locked at 0-0 and a really tightly contested affair. We'll see you soon.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people. It's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe and ready to host you.
Africa playing Argentina in the ladies over 45 category. The game locked at 0-0. A tightly contested affair, very fast game of hockey. Everybody charging round. The teams might need to just compose themselves at some point in this game and slow down as we see. Again, a midfield battle where there's lots of stick clacking and the ball popping all over the place. As South Africa get the ball on their back, just trying to get a bit of a trough ball going there with Elaine Harvey. In the ball go, Julie Walsh. She's been a headache in the midfield there. Looking for the delivery and finding the gap. Great pickup. Just running into the Argentinian defender. Again, just can't take the world on by themselves. Need to be patient. It looked like Natasha Luxton that was just kind of get in there. And again, Argentina just playing the ball out wide. They've been locking the ball on the channel quite a lot, as we see. Carrizo just trying to find the ball down the line. Paolasso making the run to fetch it, but just tripping over the ball. Again, tightly contested affair. Walsh in the middle of the field, really not being marked. A lot of action coming her way, but got the skill to keep it away from Argentina. Eliminate the players around her. South Africa go for an adventurous cross the field play that hit a stick, so it'll be a 16, but I think South Africa would breathe a sigh of relief that that option might not be the better option. Only Pod is resetting again. The ball to Walsh in the midfield is probably the right option. If she can keep feeding left and right and keeping Argentina at bay, it would be the option for them. But like I said before, Argentina come back with a running game. You can't hold them back for long. South Africa have the ball, but they have it deep in their own half. And if they turn it over here like they have now, the next thing that comes from this is obviously the counter-attack played forward. And there we go. Nice big dribble coming in there. Julie Walsh running away with the ball, and so we've got the ball coming out, which is going to be interesting coming forward. Looking at the spread in the field, South Africa got two forwards high. As the ball gets around the back of the trough, they're moving the ball quite neatly at the back, trying to probe for angles. Ball out to left half, gets played back infield. Walsh again with a good turn, trying to get the ball out to the open side of the field. Bit of confusion about whose ball this is. A little bit of communication. Ball back in the circle again, and a crashing ball that just can't be trapped as it goes on. And South Africa let the ball go over the baseline. All the teams back to full numbers after the cards that were dished out. South Africa getting as far as a couple of times, but just need to get to the next level. Ball going forward. This could work. Again, good pickup in the trap. The crowd loves this action. The cross coming in, but the captain caught in the way. Again, just being guilty of playing route one hockey when they need to go around the outside. Argentina playing a good through ball. Tracked by South Africa, but again, like we always worry, Torres with speed. Don't want to let her get away from you. As you can hear, 0-0 games, always the anxiety creeps up, the crowd gets a little bit anxious. Lots of noise from the sideline as you're in the second chucker here. No goals been scored yet. South Africa making a tactical substitution. Walsh coming off the field. They're going to need, I think Charlton's gone to that place. Going to need to make sure they just keep that centre of the field nice and occupied before they get any pressure over there. Ball travelling all the way through. And as you've seen before, the captain card has got a nice clean strike on it, gets the ball out cleanly every single time. South Africa going to have to make a tighter press on this and make sure she goes wide, because if they let the ball come through the middle, a couple of those balls are going to hurt and break open their defense. Ball into the midfield. Nice clean movement. Just keeping a bit of traction. A tackle over the top so South Africa get the blow. Charlton is leaving the ball. Not sure whose ball that should be. The ball back over the sideline for South Africa. Pushing them a little high in the field. They now got a platform, but a lot of blue shirts around them, and I think the tactic will have to be to get this ball right across the field, transfer it, try and get the Argentines to shuffle a little bit to open the gaps. A real good run there. A collision with Van der Hayden and the bench players. Good effort put in there. Again, Van der Hayden is making the tackle again. South Africa looking to see who's going to get this ball. Just losing control, unfortunately. Argentina down the sideline again. There's been a lot of action coming on there from Moya. Running the diagonal, putting it back on the foot. That is good hockey. Taking the quick free, it's making the long transfer, and at the right moment when the feet are exposed, tucking it back in again. They're in the short corner. And that'll be Argentina's fourth short corner of the game. Argentina leading the short corner count 4-2. Doesn't help because the scoreboard is 0-0, but still, more short corners you can get, the more pressure you put on the position in it. Slight change here.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine.
Both teams need to work more at getting the ball into the open space and not keep it congested. Might be a tactic of one of the teams to keep it congested, but it doesn't always work because people trip over each other. As we see Argentina now just looking for the scan, a good slap coming in. Everybody on Route 1 there, so it was going to be a difficult one to get through. I think Galvan was lining everything up. Maybe he should have gone side us, and South Africa not doing the best overhead over there, and I think but a dangerous player, but being allowed because of the crowd entertainment. Paolasso across the cross, great skill. Lions on the P-spot, and that is a fantastic finish. South Africa won't be happy they didn't deal with that, but Lorena Galvan on the P-spot. Ball popping loose and just smacking it into the far post, and what a celebration ensuing for this. They've been value for money, running hard at the South African defence. Just a bit of aerial skill that people start playing. Umpire let it go and said it wasn't that dangerous. As South Africa restart, 1-0 down. Need to start stringing some passes together and just start finding each other. Okay, and a good drive down the sideline here. Shannon Dempsey just trying to see if she can get down the side. Good tackle being made. Again, South Africa just guilty of one person running for a tackle and people holding back. Julie Walsh back on the field. She'll make a difference here. As the ball gets hit out again, quite dangerously, but South Africa do pick it up. So on the advantage, I suppose. I'd be happy on that. Annalise Moore just clean up there. And South Africa now returning the favour with a long-range ball. But unfortunately, the ball is trickling on the sideline. So lots of time in this quarter for South Africa to get themselves back in this game. Again, Argentina like to push forward and push forward hard. Another strong run there again by Lorena Galvan. She does run herself forward out of position, and if she gets tackled, the turnover could put the ball behind her, but she does get a long way up the field when she does do that as the captain of the back card. Again, nice clean ball out the sideline and a nice transfer down the line. This is going to be good hockey because it's big ball movement. Everybody's going to track a long way, but it does open up some gaps. Paolasso, the one player who was doing the aerial skill in the goal build-up and got around the back. Great delivery from her. Good aerial skill, and the ball in being crossed for a great finish to get the scoreboard ticking. As again, Walsh with a whole lot of attention on her. Going for the backhand pass, maybe a bit soft, but giving the ball away. And again, here we get the strong running game from Argentina. Down the right-hand side. Torres on the run there, but calmly dealt with. Look at this. Dempsey in the middle on the ball, running into the circle again, and the tuck back. This is becoming a regular occurrence for this time of the game, and I think South Africa got to be wary. Ball getting into the circle too often as Galvan again. She likes to smash the ball in the circle when she can. And she got the blow against her for running with the ball and bumping off the defender that was paying her attention. Not often the player that's got the ball is blown for the foul. But a good blocking run she had with the ball. Shielded the ball, and then the umpire said, no, that's not right. As South Africa getting over the top. Just need to set up shop here, not take the player on. She does take the player on. Got to make the pass happen as well. She comes back on the play. This could be where they're dangerous. She comes back on the play again, but I think it winning the blow, needs the quick free hit. No runners going ahead of the ball. One wide. This is where they need to go forward. Try and find some circle action. Short corner or shot on target, but the ball, it's better to go forward on this ocean. As we see, little flip skill. They're in the circle. They just need to find a foot now. It looks like they have found one. It wasn't seen by the umpire. Something popped up there, but again, South Africa have the ball, so they can make mincemeat. Ball rolling through. Untouched to the keeper. And again, South Africa peppering the circle. Just can't find a foot or a shot or something clean to go on there. As we saw, the goalkeeper Arnold just having a nice calm and collected save in the middle of all that mayhem. And Argentina in the build-up, and that's a nice long ball. We've seen a lot of that work coming from Lorena Galvan, just arcing the ball to create the space, and they hit down the field. And that time Obregon just couldn't make the run forward, but the intention was there. Move the ball off the channel, find a new hole, and deliver it down. And we see a nice big overhead into the car park. That could have been an insurance nightmare. Not sure what car they just missed. I see an RD park there, and could have been close. Ball's rolled away into the gutter, so Tech Table being asked to give us another ball, please. This game being super intense. As always, when you've got a big crowd in, raise the blood pressure as well. South Africa will just want to get some more chances where they can get shots on target or penalty corners. Argentina, when they get to this part of the field, like to go big. And then a clean run in the circle, unattended. Goalkeeper comes out. Ball rolls across the face. A whole lot of people calling for things here. A fantastic run through there. And again, nothing from that. But they still... Argentina still have the ball on the sideline right deep in South African half. A lot of players committed to this corner of the field. South Africa must be wary. Argentina have often run the diagonal and then delivered on the middle, but great defending as South Africa was very good, because South Africa had Luxon back all the way, and Dash Luxon in the defense. One of the higher players South Africa coming back to help. Again, we've seen before, Walsh is the go-to player. Luxon is the deflection. Now we can have an arc. We've got players up front here, so if we can get a clean entry. Oh, it's a mark just being blocked there by the Argentinian defender. Looked like Osuna just running the blocking run, and the umpire saying that was deliberate. You can't run the blocking run in South Africa with their third short corner. They didn't get their first two off cleanly, and they're going to be hoping that just for a good injection and just a good shot on target to give themselves a chance to get on the scoreboard here in the second quarter. Again, South Africa with two castles. No slip on the left, only a slip on the right. On the right, probably a deflection runner. Looks like ball coming out a little bit slow, a rolling, run down, but the ball is loose. The ball is loose, and it was helped on its way. Again, South Africa just not getting enough clean strike and stick on it to give it any power. I think it was Annelies Moore. I couldn't see behind everybody there that tried to get the last touch on it. And South Africa now on the 22. If they can just find a circulation, run in the diagonal. Getting the delivery across, but possibly the wrong person to give it to as Cott knocks the ball away. Argentina 1 love up in this encounter at halftime. We'll see you soon.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room, thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation, and about training and improving those skills, looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
As you return to us, we're in the second half of this match between Argentina and South Africa. Argentina 1-love up at this stage, having slightly more of the short corner position than South Africa, but at the same time, South Africa having chances at the end of that half, and they're going to be hoping to add to the opportunities going forward. Argentina, fast-running team, like to the open ball as their captain at the back here, Cod. She's got such a nice hit on her, going through the lines all the time. Ball running all the way through. South Africa have to block that read one. She's a different threat when it comes to the ball going through. As South Africa now under pressure at the back, and the ball just rolling over. That's fortunate because it looks like they want to transfer the ball out the back there, but as always, you need to move the ball quickly around the back to alleviate the pressure. As Argentina get an option on the 22, they pop it back for the captain card, and she'll deliver a big strike here. Nice clean hit, but a fantastic intercept. Umpire blown for a short corner. There must have been a foot in there. It looked like Annelies Moore just got a bit of a foot on that. And unfortunately, Argentina get awarded a short corner for the effort. And a slight change happening here. Their captain, who's their best striker of the ball, card is going to trap. And looks like Galvan's going to be the one to deliver this one. Slight change in plan. Ball gets injected. It isn't straight anyway, so we can see they go for the zigzag option. No, the second corner strike. The ball gets lifted. I think the umpire might have missed that, but the ball was lifted towards the goal. I think Jill Walsh asking her if the first shot was below knee height. Umpire was saying that it was. And so the re-award happens. And so Argentina get to play their fifth short corner. The ball comes in. The strike from Card, who we expected. Definite factor there. The ball gets lifted, but the umpire says play on. Argentina with Galvan around the right, trying to make the side run. Nothing much coming from there. A couple of times they've run the ball around the baseline there. South Africa are now weary of making sure they get bodies in the way to stop the run around to the baseline and delivery. How the goal was scored. A great interception. Caught in possession. And we're just getting Alex Dillon running across the field. They're trying to set up a counter play. South Africa now dropping the ball back for a pass. Sue Cowan running the ball just in front of her. She couldn't quite get to it. But the turnover enacted. Good working back. Just need to protect the ball. And the umpire immediately whipping a card out here as Argentina gets reduced to a player down for 2 minutes. And we see Dillon again just trying to force her way through on the left wing there. Galvan, one of the key players, getting the green card. She won't be happy with that. A bit of a loose tackle in the midfield. And South Africa now having good possession. We've got the ball moving around. Trying to find the angle on this. Going to drive the way. Trying to go through players. The shot being pulled, but unfortunately, a lot of turf being hit with that ball. I don't think there can be any argument with that hit. Just need to catch more of the ball. Probably need to arc more as Cod now goes for the overhead. Very close on the side there. Ty Charlton on the ball. Julie Walsh, a lot of pressure on her. A good 50-50 scrap over there. Ball eventually coming of Walsh's foot. And she'll be upset at that. She's been controlling the midfield so well from there. As Argentina now, in their traditional way, are making that run around the outside on the right-hand side. We've seen this a couple of times from them. Virginia Torres making the outside loop. South Africa again has to be aware of not letting them get all the way in there. That ball is again. And good stepping up. That's just good, simple defense. Making sure Argentina don't have an easy circle entry down their right-hand side. The team talk clearly has covered that option. As the ball goes in the circle, that was a very dangerous ball because It did go all the way across the far post. South Africa did get it, but be worried about how it got there in the first place. As a clean run through here, nice tuck going in, and unfortunately just a bit enthusiastic, and the ball on the foot, and South Africa concede their 6th short corner of the match. Argentina now with a short corner. Again, resorting for not having a trapper. But like we know, if the ball goes to Cod, this is going to be a straight striker. It's going to be clean. Nice first wave running. Ball still loose in the circle. And again, going from first wave, Van der Hayden, and then coming back and making the second tackle. Just good hockey playing around there from South Africa. Still deep in there. 22 and... bit of confusion about where the ball's gone. Seems to have run away from everybody. South Africa with a good defensive pattern as Cod goes on the run. Here comes the delivery. The ball goes in the circle. And unfortunately, the clearance from the keeper. I think there was Des Hart still in the goal. Just making the clearance into the back of one of the South African players, and another short corner being awarded. So it'll be Argentina's 7th short corner. South Africa only having 3, so Argentina creeping ahead now in the short corner count. Changing personnel again as Lorena Galvin looks like the one's going to be delivered from the top. Ball comes out a little bit slow. Does a little flip skill, but a fantastic tackle. Umpire calling that for lifted ball on the blow. South Africa just trying to get the ball out, but every time they make a move, it gets blocked. Annelies Moore running first wave there and doing the blocking job. As Argentina make the run again. Galvin always in the mix. Rosetta keeping everybody occupied on the far side. Rosetta being the player that ran the ball on the baseline on the goal scoring opportunity. With some skilled work, the ball coming out. South Africa just every time they get the ball out, great turn. And a switch ball, this could work if Walsh can get to it. And it's just out of reach. Not Walsh's fault, just the ball just eluding as it does sometimes. And yeah, the umpire now going to hand out a card. It looks like a yellow card. And the yellow card is going to the Argentinian player. That's a confusion about who it should go to. Umpire's been very strict in this game. As Osuna from Argentina earns herself a green card. As South Africa get to drive forward now. Trying to make inroads, Julie Walsh. Trying to push herself forward over there. They need to change the angle here and see if they can get a delivery. Just facing the wrong way, needs to get a feeder on in the circle. Unfortunately for Diane Charlton, the baseline making the best tackle of all. And a good opportunity going to beg in there, but still South Africa one player up as Cod throws the ball over the top again, and there's confusion. They call for danger. I think the call was because when the throw was put in the air, it looked like it was going to land in a congested area, and so danger suit. Annelies Moore just going to let the ball go and then returns the favor now, and that was also dangerous, but umpire saying it.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
There goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people that's just fantastic.
At the end of that, it's just unfortunate because that hockey entirety again, just guilty of leaving the open channel down the middle open. And Cod delivering it nice and cleanly. And if anything South Africa can learn from the game is that they need to block Route 1 first. Not just the first level, but second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh level. To stop those kind of balls going through when opposition got a powerful hitter like this. And to add insult, she's going to have a strike at the goal as well now. The ball comes out nice and neatly, gets rolled in. They go for the zigzag option. This could be interesting. Not for the zigzag option. Player goes by themselves. Advantage given. She was hacked, but I think the umpire said, well, you're going to have a free shot at this. And Galvan is going to be really upset that she missed that because the zigzag was thrown in as a dummy. She went over the top, opened itself up, took a hack, but still had the ball to go for the shot. Unfortunately, got no joy out of that. As South Africa struggling, dispossession in the middle. There comes the shot, and an unbelievable chip going over the crossbar. Daniela Moya putting South Africa under pressure, winning the ball, and not converting. Crowd all standing up as she had the chance because it was a clear-cut opportunity. Looked like it for all money should be in there. Again, as Argentina comes zigzagging forward, and a diving tackle. This is going to be a yellow card. Unfortunately, a loose ball inside the circle. The dive coming in and the stick bouncing off the turf, and it's a 10-minute yellow. This is going to be a long hurt. I think Charlton's not going to be happy with herself for that. Taking this forward now. South Africa playing with a player short. Argentina still serving a penalty, so the team's both down by a player now, but South Africa are going to have 10 minutes to go, which is going to take them to the end of this quarter and into the next one, and they're going to have to do some defensive work now to keep the scoreboard down as the ball comes out. Nice clean roll, now slip to the left. Slip flick, but not catching the ball cleanly at all, and the trickling ball rolling across the face. And unfortunately, Paul Lassa not able to finish it. Normally very good at the aerial skills then. This time, maybe just rushing the shot a little bit and catching by surprise. South Africa playing the ball back into Gilly Walsh and catching on the backhand. She's lost control. Galvan running the ball in and Paulassa having the shot. The two of them a bit confused there. I think if Galvan had run in and just had the front stick shot from the start, she would have had an option. Argentina squandering a lot of opportunities and being only 1-0 up in this game. They're going to hope that it doesn't come to bite them later. If they don't convert and South Africa come back to full strength, they do convert some chances. As Annelies Moore just runs into a bit of trouble there, but gets the blow. And again, runs forward and gives it a flick this time. The ball a little bit high. Hitting Paulas on the kneecap, so umpire saying as Aguero runs on the outside, yep. Again, that baseline run of theirs, they did quite a lot. South Africa blocking the channel, saying you're not going to come through here, but and very good hand skills, trying to get loose. Again, Galvan trying to get on the backhand, didn't pull the trigger, just pulled it back again. And the net result again is pulling the ball back and getting a short corner. So Argentina now racking up the short corner options. The 10th short corner of the game. And South Africa weathering a storm here. A whole lot coming their way. Ball coming out. Little roll, little flick-ski, saved by the goalkeeper. Fantastic low save. Des Hart will be happy with that save. Had to get her hand low. She was thinking it was coming high and the ball died on her. Ball running over the baseline. So another opportunity squandered by Argentina and South Africa, just defending for all they're worth. It's just relentless. Argentina keep coming back, and every time they get to the edge of the circle, there's a clack of sticks, and umpire's arms raised once again to say another short corner for Argentina. Argentina now need to start thinking about alternate options and what they can and can't do in the situation. They've pretty much run through their playbook in short corners. The question now is, what are they going to come up with next to see if they can crack this? Ball rolls out, not straight. to the injector, who loses the pull. The no-look pass, not find anybody, but like always, Argentina keeps staying in the mix. Run it back in the circle on the baseline, and the pullback being adjudicated as hitting the South African on the foot. Short corner number 12. And South Africa now also putting all the options out in terms of the short corner defense. Ball coming out a bit wide. The drag flick coming in, but a fantastic Annelies Moore on the P spot, making a fantastic save in front of her keeper. Nice bravery shown there. Ball came sort of knee height. She put a stick out and blocked it quite calmly, which is impressive bravery from that point. As South Africa, a player down, and struggling to get the ball at the back. They're going to need to find a clean, and that was a bit of luck. The ball popping neatly over a setter stick, going right into their half. If they could just win the ball, be patient on the side, and let the ball come far on the field. But again, a good hatch pass to Galvan is going to definitely... Sorry, that's Daniel Moya. Apologies. Moya making the run on the outside, throwing the ball into space. Again, the ball's in South Africa's circle, and they're going to be nervous about this. Little mini game ensuing, and the clearance ball coming out. Taking the ball outside the 22, which is a start. Argentina having to move the ball around. Again, South Africa charging very fast around this side to make sure that Argentina do not get a clear entry on the right-hand side like they did in the first half. Coaching staff did their homework at the half-time break and sent the message out. Again, Annelies Moore trying to throw the overhead. I say try because it didn't go as far as she wanted it to. And the ball in the congested zone. Argentina working this right-hand channel like they have the whole game. Trying to go around the outside, but there is the hooter. As the chucker ends, and we're down to the last quarter coming up. South Africa battling away, but Argentina holding their lead. Welcome back as you join us here in the last tracker of this game between Argentina and South Africa in the over 45 division of the Masters World Cup. Argentina leading this encounter 1-0. A super intense game with South Africa defending for all they're worth. Argentina by far having the more chances, but the scoreboard only says 1, and South Africa would still be backing themselves if they could sneak a goal. The game has been as one-sided as Argentina getting 13 short corners, South Africa's 3. Being unable to convert from that, scoring a very neat baseline run, tuck-back goal. But since then, a lot of runs have been led to nothing, and a couple of times that the Argentinians have got short corners, they haven't got anything to do with it, so we're looking forward to see what can come out the bag yet. South Africa also a player down from a yellow card from the end of the third quarter. So they're playing with a person short. Often means you have to do a lot more running to make sure you cover the gaps that get opened up. Argentina, though, have not been exploiting this yet. They've been staying channel bound, keeping the ball in close channels, which actually helps South Africa because they don't have to defend more. It's a good ball across the face of the goal there. Pau Lasso going to the far side and crossing the ball. And as you've seen a lot in this game, Lorena Galvan covering a lot of yards, and she just couldn't get to that one, but she was flying. And now we have South Africa on the build-up from the far corner, but they really are far back in the field. They're going to have to look after this ball carefully. Trying to find the foot, which is the right thing to do. The slow build-up going forward. Colleen Bonnet's just making a good move over there as Sue Khan stuck on the ball. A lot of pressure. Needs to find the short pass to Jill Walsh, and she does. Jill Walsh really good when she keeps the ball on the strong stick. There goes the nice far cross. And again, South Africa with the first real meaningful 3-4 pass move, and they're right into the 22 of Argentina as the ball rolls towards the baseline. It's saved from Marinova, but Argentina have the ball now. South Africa need to keep it in this position as Walsh goes in for the tackle, trying to be clever through the legs, but just can't get it there. Just can't get the ball there. So Argentina now back in their own 22 with Codd, and we've seen this before. Very big hit coming through, and the block happening this time just caught the back of the stick. I think that was a laser umpiring. Argentina not taking the ball from the right place, but getting the free run. We see Rosetta now on the run, just making the ball move away from players. A very scrappy situation. Walsh getting the ball now. Needs to keep it strong. Good turn. Again, finding short, fast passes is the secret here. If they can keep finding the passes through the gaps, find some fetches. So if they keep the ball channel bound, just a small mistrap there, which is going to cost them. And they get the win back. Luxon making the charge, turning and firing, not really finding a South African player. Otemark just ahead, trying to find the run, but South Africa making some good passes across the halfway line, but need to continue that to cross the 22 as well. No reason to stop the small passing game, as again, Codd makes one of her smashes down the field all the way through, and as has happened so many times, Ina Pau Lasso making the lead from behind the defender to in front as the ball gets crashed down the field. Picks the ball up first, and the trickle onto the defender's foot. Means that Argentina have now on their 13th short corner of this game. The options have been wearing out. South Africa going to have to work hard to get this one out. The ball comes out, it gets trapped, gets slipped, but I think it got slipped into the Codd's foot. Nobody saw that. Ball still flying around in the circle. Ball gets pushed across, and the ejector comes back, knocks the ball across the face of the goal, and I can't see with the ensuing mayhem that followed, but it looked like Pau Lasso who tapped that in. We'll have to go back and see. South Africa just not handling the loose ball inside the circle there. Argentina going 2-love up now. They'll feel they deserve that. But after a couple of rebounds, the ball going through the legs, just a bit of dribbling inside the circle, the ball being fired into the keeper's pads. There was a diving injection. I think it was from Galvin, actually. And South Africa now coming back, trying to smack the ball. Again, being a lot more direct there, hitting the ball through. That's Walsh. Trying to find the run up front. As that goal just capped off a lot of short corners that Argentina have had this game, and eventually they get some reward for their effort. Again, South Africa have to battle hard here. The crowd being very vocal in their support. Umpire being a little bit unhappy now. Ball being knocked slightly off the whistle, and Sukan getting a card. That's also a yellow card. It's going to hurt because the yellow card is at least 5 minutes, which means for 5 more minutes, South Africa having just come back to full strength, the players go back down again. Again, Walsh making a good tackle, and South Africa need to just slowly get the ball up going again. We're in the fourth quarter of this match. It's been super exciting. A home game for South Africa in the twilight of Cape Town with the sun setting behind the mountain. Crowd coming down after work to support their team. Being very vocal on the ball, popping loose in the circle. I think it actually hit a foot, but umpire allowed advantage. And Torres had a big swing at that one and just pulled it wide. Argentina earning themselves a long corner as the ball comes back to Cott as it has before, and we know where this is going. Down the middle, nice and hard. Ball popped loose, but being blown for danger. Did pop up higher. South Africa looking to take the quick free hit. Playing out wide. And not many options going forward. A lot of players blocked. No fetches moving the gap as the ball pops up. Oh, and Argentina now, unfortunately, try and hit a ball towards the middle, and ball being raised into Jill Welsh. Wasn't intentional. We've actually seen a couple of those balls being hit nice and clean on the deck, and Walsh just picking herself up and getting back onto business as she does always. A characteristic of this Argentinian team is when they win the ball, they just tack down that same channel very quickly. They haven't spent much time switching the ball and playing out to the open side. They've just kept drilling down the channel, down the channel, down the channel. Again, a lot of players on the one side of the field, not many players on the open side. Might be worthwhile to just drop somebody out, reverse them out, give it some space. If they can make a quick switch here, the left half's wide open. They have to be quick there because Argentinian, with their running speed, do get there very quickly. And it has to be clean as well. Can't afford mistraps. The ball popped loose there, but again, the reset happens, and now the switch needs to go back again. Walsh in the pocket. This is going to be tricky for her. Taking the players on and getting the blow. Again, pass options limited. South Africa bashing forward, but just need to find more fetches coming to the ball. It's always easier to coach from top when you're in the commentary box. Players on the field putting all their hearts into it, firing away as another delivery goes across. Should be a long corner, came for deflection. South Africa creeping slowly and surely back into the 22. Need some targets in the circle to deliver this so they can see if they can get some in as Walsh goes for the cross. This could work. The ball being picked up on the edge of the D. Needs to cross the keeper out of the goal mouth. And a lot of hands going up. Keeper well out of her goal mouth there. South Africa needed an early slip just to kind of move it around the outside. Interesting move there. Sandra Ramos, the goalkeeper, really out early, coming to engage with the player. want to get in some of the action herself. As Argentina quite happy to come back down the channel, but this time well read by South Africa. Dylan with the ball again to Walsh. Walsh trying to open the game up. This is looking really good. Charlton trying to push the ball forward. Just not having options to find there. As again, Argentina win the ball in the channel and push it down. South Africa just need to consolidate the game, yeah. They have the free hit. And unfortunately, the ball just running over the sideline. Just under 7 minutes left of this game, so still some time to go. The optimist would say if South Africa could just pull one goal back, try and create some scoreboard pressure. It all starts with a circle entry somewhere deep down the field. As it looks like the card suspension has been done, and the South Africa are back to full strength for these last 6 minutes. Again, scoreboard pressure. Just need a ball to work its way from stick to stick down the field. However, Argentina will have something to say about that, and have generally been disrupting all movements South Africa play going forward. As we have the run, the feed going. Alex Dillon just behind her player. A bit of confusion about whose ball that was. And Argentina really slow in the game now as Card delivering another massive strike down the line. Argentina resorted to playing the full sweeper, trying to consolidate this game. They've got their normal pattern, but they've dropped somebody right back just in case South Africa do get a counter-attack. Look, if South Africa could pick that up, they could actually go and put a player with her. They have dropped one of theirs out, so it must mean there's an extra player for South Africa somewhere in this game that can push through. Bit of confusion here as the free hit was taken too quickly, and South Africa get to reset. Again, the trough ball under pressure. The South African team putting their hearts in it. Michelle Conroy just on the wing here, looking for the ball to come through to her. South Africa opting for the trough ball. And unfortunately, taking the receive on the backhand is always going to be one of the more high-risk options of that. Argentina, as they have a lot in this game, in the top corner, relying on some skill to get themselves out. And South Africa only getting as far as the 22 before the intercept happens. And enacting the tackle as the free hit goes South Africa's way, and they hit down the field. If they could just stop this ball and hold it up. Well played, little 1-2 pass. South Africa still haven't got numbers up here, and they're outnumbered in terms of who's up there, but if they could just get the running going and find the passes. The backhand pass goes through. This is a great pass. A diving clearance by Lorena Galvan, as she has done so many times, and South Africa now going to go for the win. They're pulling the keeper off the field. A tactic often employed in tournament hockey when the result is needed. We have, however, seen in many cases if teams haven't trained this option, it can backfire on them, because you'll find that the players don't know where to put the extra player, and really you need this player up front and in the playing mix, because if you simply just put an extra player on as a sweeper and that player isn't part of the game, it's the same as having a goalkeeper on the field. You can bet your bottom dollar that Argentina will simply be trying to run this ball to the circle now. The goal mouth is empty, no goalkeeper there. Two things you don't want to do: a circle entry and, of course, a PC, because with a PC and nobody in the goals, your short corner defense feel very vulnerable. The clearance coming from the back, but just finding Palasa a stick, as it has so often. Umpire thinking that did catch the back of her stick, but anyway, We get to reset again. Not coming out here down the line against South Africa. Need to find the 2v1s. There needs to be an extra player somewhere in the field. But first of all, ball possession important. They've got it now. Now to find the extra player. South Africa not spreading the ball wide on the field. Everybody's still in the half of the field. They need to get players on the other touchline. Just pulling some players out. Again, a snapshot of this picture now. All the players in one side of the field of both teams. So not much width being offered to the ball carrier. As cotters the ball. This could be intercepted if it's nice and clean. Yes, for the first time, she hasn't actually the ball cleanly. South Africa have a turn. Ball in the circle. A bit of pressure. Keeper coming out again. South Africa in possession, making the turn happen. And the pass just going astray, but they could win this back if they are lucky. But Paulasa coming to the rescue again and looking for the long ball. This will be a tactic now, because if they get it anywhere near the D, Moore just making a run for it, letting the ball go. There was a debate about whether it's a long corner or not, and my first instinct was that it was a long corner, but everybody happy to reset and try and go down the field. Argentina now a lot closer to the South African goal mouth, and this is the last place South Africa want to be with no keeper in the mix. We're nearing the last minute of this game, so South Africa just trying their best to get something on the scoreboard. Again, the run on the outside. This will be hunting a short corner. Again, the ball gets smacked in. It's going to be a long corner. South Africa dodging a bullet there. Again, clock ticking down near the end of this game. Argentina quite happy to just slowly pace around, take their time. Again, they're going to run in, take a shot here. I'm pretty sure there's no goalkeeper in, as the ball gets calmly dispossessed. And South Africa win a free hit. Looking on the field for the long ball. They can just keep control of it. They've actually got some numbers here. A little interplay could do them wonders if they could just find a way through. They still got possession. Players there to the ball. But Natalia Gomez stepping through and just making the tackle. As there we have the end of this match. Argentina coming out 2-0 winners. They were the more dominant team in that situation, but South Africa fighting gallantly. We'll see tomorrow for some more hockey.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.